we will hear from Nelda Wells Spears.
Good evening. My name is Nelda Wells Spears. I'm your Travis County Tax Assessor-Collector. I've been your Assessor-Collector for 16 years, and I'd like to thank you for supporting me in the past and for entrusting me to be the steward over your tax office. We have maintained a high level of efficiency in the tax office. We are at 99% collections the last 2 years back to back in collecting your taxes. That pays for your public education, public health, and public safety. We are also at around 90%, close to 90% in voter registration, which is the highest rate of any county in the state, any urban county in the state. We are doing excellent job in our delinquent collections and in customer service.
Okay, our questions will be from the Democrats right behind you.
Hi. Currently, many senior and disabled homeowners who have foreclosure suits filed against them are eligible for deferral of taxes to avoid losing their homes. However, many do lose their homes to foreclosure without knowing about the option. Will you institute a policy to end such suits and work with such homeowners to defer their taxes?
I don't agree with you that elderly people are losing their homes because we've never foreclosed on a homesteaded property in 16 years. A homestead property. In order to have the over 65 exemption, you have to have the homestead exemption first. And those are the people that we've been working with for years. We sit down with hundreds of families every year, talk to them about what their issues are, what their concerns are in paying their property tax. We work through those problems, and people can get on a payment plan, or if they meet the requirements, they can apply for the deferral. It's called a tax deferral affidavit, and the taxpayer does not have to pay taxes for the remainder of the time they own and occupy the property. They will get a lower, the interest will still accrue, but at 8% rather than 24%. Did I answer your question?
Okay, then you have Asian American reps who will ask another question.
Ms. Spears, according to recent reports by APIA Vote and the Asian American Legal Defense and Education Fund, Asian American voters encountered numerous problems when voting in elections in 2004 and 2006. Voters were denied ballots in their native language in precincts that were required to provide them, asked to show additional identification or proof of citizenship that was not required of other voters, and harassed or even insulted by poll workers. Given these disturbing reports, what would you do as voter registrar to protect Asian Americans' right to vote? Are there any specific ways to verify citizenship at your stage of the process so that Asian American voters are not being harassed at the polls?
No one should be harassed at the polls. We've been there, done that, and I was on the short end of the stick at the time. The voter registrar, however, does not deal with the ballot language. We can't adjust or add another language to the ballot. That needs to be a statewide rule or law needs to be passed statewide in order to print the ballot in another language. It's currently printed in English, and there may be a Spanish ballot, a ballot in Spanish. In California, their ballots are printed in 6 languages. I see no reason why we can't do it here. But it's the state's call.
On the citizenship issue?
On the citizenship issue, we're not the police, we're the voter registrar. We offer everyone the opportunity to register to vote, and if they check that they are a U.S. citizen, it's good enough for me. I've never harassed anyone. To my knowledge, none of my staff or volunteers have harassed anyone. And if you find that happening, give me a call, please.